season on Oregon Life. I have been in this classroom for 55 years. One of the things that I teach my students in my Master Chef or Culinary Arts class is we talk about the chef's uniform. And the chef's uniform includes not only the apron, but the check pants, the white shirt, and the double-breasted jacket. Now, we always will wear aprons when we are in the lab, and instead of wearing the apron full length, many times a chef will, not wear it this way. They'll turn it down and fold it down like this, bring it around, tie it in front, and then after it's tied in the front, tuck it under. And we tuck it under for two reasons. Neat appearance, and then it prevents you from maybe pulling something hot down off of a range top because the ends are tucked under nice and neat. There you go. Now we're all ready to go in the kitchen.
On this particular farm, I have about 4,000 bushel of corn and 2,000 bushel to sell, and then the other 2,000 bushel is stored at home for ear corn. And yeah, that would last me a year's time. There we go. There.
Hi everyone, we're here with Girl Power Africa and we're super excited this fall. We've got a great crew packing boxes and getting things ready to go over to Liberia. One of our big things this fall is to get these sewing machines packed and shipped by Christmas. And so these boxes, we've been working on this since last May. And these boxes will hopefully arrive by the holiday season, which we're so excited for.
Hi there, I'm Leo Schleck. I'm from Oregon High School, and I've been with Girl Power Africa for 2 years now. I would say one of my favorite parts about Girl Power Africa is being able to help firsthand, actually pack all the stuff that we're sending, help collect it. I think we have a couple hundred clothing pieces here. Since I've started, we've donated about 200 pairs of shoes. And I think we've been able to make a pretty big difference in the lives of a lot of people.
So getting back to the death of Stacy, I was finding when people that read the book, that know me, and reviews on the book, they were all very positive. People wanted to know, more about what's going to happen, what's happening with Lauren and Kurt, what happens next, and it occurred to me that maybe I should make a sequel.
Would you like me to sign it for you? Sure. Okay.
So, besides writing mysteries, I also wrote a book about the journey that I took with my mother through her stages of dementia. I'd like to read the dedication to my mom what it was like to do that journey. So, to Mom, it was a long, difficult journey at times, but never have I regretted taking on this great challenge that brought me closer to you than I ever thought possible. I knew you all my life and witnessed your successes. Now I have witnessed you as you slipped away from everything you used to be and everything you once knew and loved. Somehow, we got through it with both laughter and tears. It was an honor for me to take this journey with you. You placed your trust in me, and I kept my promise to care for you, stay with you, and love you until your journey was done.
I came upon this in 2020. In 2020, I was diagnosed with early stage breast cancer, and through my healing and continued recovery, I stumbled upon a surface pattern design class. This surface pattern design class spoke to my heart. I have always been creative in my artistic pursuits, meaning that I'm an artist that creates things for day-to-day use. I loved the idea of surface pattern design because there's design in any capacity. There are note cards, there is fabric, there are tumblers, there are puzzles, there is quilt. One day I was drawing in my sketchbook and just creating marks, and I started doing the female silhouette. And then I added breasts. And then I added breasts of different kinds with scars in different areas, and some scars on two sides and some scars on one side, and some that were just lumpectomy scars and some that were full mastectomy scars, and some that were just breasts of all different kinds because there's not one that's the same. And so honoring that was a huge eye-opening experience for me in a way that allowed me to design this fabric that could honor any and all of us, in the hopes that we could spread, well, that I could spread this deep wish that we can find a home inside of these bodies, which do tremendous things for us and help us do all these day-to-day wonderful body things. And there's so much time invested in thinking it different, wishing it different. But if we wished it to honor where we are and honor what it is our body does every single day for us, I think that we could do a lot of good for ourselves to feel more at home.
I started rose mulling in 1975, I think it was. And then I took my classes because I had a niece who wanted me to join her at a class at the senior center in Monona. And I rose mulled for about 4 years. And when my son was a toddler, he put his hands right in it, and I knew then that I wasn't able to continue rose mulling because I was doing oils and it was smeared all over.
That we use to make all the lines that you see.
Here's kind of a circle, too.
Yep, and up in here we have like a circle, and we have a lot of dots in rose mulling as well. Lots of dots.
We have been talking about many different styles, and in addition to those styles are things like Nordfjord, and it comes from the different valleys of Norway. When they didn't travel very much, nobody knew what anybody else was doing. This is Setesdal. This is more in the belly of Norway, and it's highlighted by the crown. And this is a lunchbox, which has stuff inside of it, sorry. Little treasures. So if you were taking this out into the forest, you would have your cheese and meat and bread, and then you would cut it on top of here.
When I started making these ornaments for the rose maulers and cutting them out, I quickly decided that it made sense to keep a pattern of each one, so that if they came back and said, "Yeah, I remember that Christmas tree you cut out," I'd like to have some more of those. So I would keep all the patterns. Sometimes they would bring in just a printed pattern like this out of a book or whatever, and I would just make a Xerox copy of it and glue it onto a piece of masonite and then cut it out, and that's the pattern.
So our players, they enjoy playing for the Oregon Tradesmen because we are looking to move them up to the next level. There's a reason why they're at the Tier 3 level. My job as a coach is to find out what that reason is, and we work on those areas with these players in order to get them to go to the next level, whether it's Tier 2, Tier 1, or college hockey. So a lot of people ask me about my coaching style. I had a lot of great coaches when I played. I learned what to do and what not to do. So basically my style is let the players lead, because it's their team. So when the players lead, I teach, I guide, I help them lead. That's kind of my coaching style. I do have some mentors out there for coaches. Red Gendron was a big one for me. He did pass away a couple years ago. Jim Montgomery's another guy I'd like to reach out to, coach of the Boston Bruins. There's so many others that I'm really fortunate, and I do lean on them to be a better coach, because I know I have things I can work on, and I'm never satisfied as a coach to get better.
Thanks for watching us on Oregon Life. Watching this episode of Oregon Life.
Thanks for
Right?
watching this episode of
Oregon Life.